ocean is a little bit more stormy than yesterday. That's what it was, peaceful and nice, and that's how quick actually the weather is changing here. And it's high tide coming at the moment. Definitely not the best day to dive, especially if you're planning some shallow dives. No way, cannot dive. I didn't plan to go anywhere else, so then today I would like to talk about something which a little bit freaks me out, because we are the people who are offering you diving, and we're meeting a lot of people who come for diving to Bali. Let's say someone arrive here and then they start complaining how, so that they always start to compare the places. Let's say they've been diving in Egypt and they're always complaining about visibility in Asia. Come on guys, you're comparing absolutely uncomparable things. Like for example in Egypt the salinity is way higher, so that's why there is less plankton. Well, in the world ocean there is a lot of plankton actually. If there were no food on the world, that actually this phytoplankton would be able to feed everyone on this world for another 70 years just from phytoplankton. I think it's unexperienced divers. As more experienced divers are, as less they complain. They understand that every place is really unique. What makes me happy of being here, and me and Laura, right? Why we choose this place is because we can offer so different diving, macro diving, something else, and that's why we can make a bigger group of the people more happy, and it's just simply easier to work. So if one complains, say, oh, I would like to see the big fish, we bring them to Chandidasa. Nusa Penida, for example.
We don't have to go so far. Bunutan?
Yeah, Bunutan Beach. Also, amazing dive site for the big stuff.
Yeah.
Big barracudas, big groupers, big sharks.
Big reels.
Yeah, always. So that's why, let's say any instructor choose the place which is most comfortable for them to work. We have some wreck diving as well, right? That it was a problem in a previous place that we were not able to teach any wreck diving courses just because there were no any wrecks. Here we have a couple of wrecks. Kind of. If you've been doing a wreck diving all around the world, probably it's not the best spot to do it, but for training or for courses, yeah, we have some wrecks. Another thing what actually freaks me out is when people coming to the cheap diving places and expecting they will have something extraordinary. Like, for example, coming and paying $20, $21 for the dive and expecting they will see whales or they will see, I don't know, schooling sharks or whatever. Come on guys, if you want to get exclusive diving, then you need also to pay for it. Like, go to French Polynesia. There's an amazing place called Rangiroa Atoll or Fakarava Atoll, and you will see dolphins, big schools of barracuda, sardines, jackfish, everything during the one single dive. As I mentioned it already in a previous episode, there will be 100 meters visibility, but for every single dive you will pay at least 80-90 euros. Actually, the Bali is not the worst option, because we have, for pretty cheap money, we have amazing dives, and you will see sharks, you will see mantas, you will see a lot of things which you cannot see in other places in the world. You have to understand that remote places are so good just because there is less fishing or something else. Bali, which is so touristic, and all the tourists who's coming to Bali, they want to eat fish. Think where this fish comes from the ocean. So if you're eating this fish, so then there is less fish in the ocean, so everything is in a balance. In French Polynesia, with a territory of whole Europe, there's probably the same amount of the people as in Latvia. It's 1.5 million probably only. I'm not sure, I will check it. That's what it is, and it's protected area. The French actually did a great job to protect this area, and you cannot get the business permits even there. I remember actually myself, when I started diving, I always needed the big stuff, and that's simply what happens with every single diver when they start diving, that everyone needs big stuff. Show me a big fish, right? And that was actually a big problem in a previous place where we were working and living, because there was not that much big stuff left anymore.
Only turtles.
Turtles. And
yeah, but
it was amazing. Yeah, the turtles was. Yeah, but it's actually, again, people become really spoiled. You show them like 10 turtles per dive and they say, oh, okay. Or like, for example, unexperienced divers, even you show them something unusual or something unusual and big. Like, for example, last year, Laura showed her student, she did the last open water dive in a Liberty wreck, and they saw in a shallow water and pretty warm
17
water.
meters.
17 meters, and how many degrees was the water?
27.
27 degrees, and there was a mola. And when we already know what is it, and then we start hunting, and it's actually it's harder to find these things, and then we start appreciating this. As more you dive, as more you appreciate every single thing you find underwater, and that's something amazing. Like, for example, as I always been telling, I'm actually enjoying and appreciating every time I can be in the water, just being in the water. Like our house reef, for example, can be really boring, and that's why we almost never bring unexperienced people here. If they do the first dive, it's just a place where to train, and it's an amazing place because they cannot damage anything around here because it's sandy area. But then when they gain experience, then they start looking for these big things, and we are so happy to be here because we can show in this place so many things for any level of divers. Experience it, who loves macro already, for beginners who needs the big stuff. Everything is here, and that's the thing. Thank you very much for watching. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe, please subscribe, it's really important. It's not just for fun. We're really trying to gain more subscriptions so we can be more visible and more needed for the people, and it gives more motivation for the new episodes. Yeah, please subscribe, and see you tomorrow again. Bye.
Bye.
This is what we got from 800 grams of the grapes we bought yesterday. Laura said it's jam. Basically it's jam. Laura said she used around 300-400 grams of sugar, brown sugar,